worthy by design. The world had since become a global village, moving from the analog to computer age and now technology. This has opened up brand new frontiers in the employment space, thereby placing a higher premium on tech-related skills with a global market for those equipped to either work remotely or relocate. Now, these skills had erroneously been thought to be exclusive to the male gender, but I guess we're now open to more knowledge. Hello, thanks for joining us on today's edition of Worthy by Design, brought to you by Advent Cable Network Nigeria, ACNNTV. On this show, we focus on a journey from girlhood to womanhood and everything in between. I'm Iberi James. Welcome. Today is a good day to feature a tech sis, as Nigerian fondly called Hello, tech sis.
Hi.
Okay, so I have with me in the studio Princess Ezubo. Did I pronounce the name right?
Yeah, you tried.
Yes. She's an advert copywriter, passionate about educating more Nigerians on advert copywriting. It is so good to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure being here.
Great.
Yeah.
So, together we'll be discussing tech in skirts. Yes,
Tech
you heard me
in
right.
skirts.
Tech is wearing skirts. Yes. So let's talk about this whole tech thing, tech skills. Why is it even important to acquire such skills as a girl, a lady, or a woman?
Wow, thank you. Such a good question. First of all, we all know what technology is. At least we have an idea. Everybody has a smartphone and all of that. So basically, I can't even fully explain how important it is for us to have it right now. And apart from the ladies having it generally as a human being, you need to have basic tech skills because of how the world has evolved. There was a time where there was no internet. I remember then in my university days, Facebook was basically just coming out and all of that. I know how we did assignments. We basically did assignments with textbooks. But now we see students, just one click, everything is online. They just sit down in a few seconds. So it is relevant now because it makes your life easier. Although to some extent it's being abused because you see some people, they don't want to do anything with their brains. They don't want to even calculate 2 plus 2. They check the phone and all of that. So it makes our lives easier. But basically, whether we like it or not, the world has evolved. So if you don't grow with the tech, you're going to be left behind. And streamlining it to women, we have grown up in a society where it feels like, okay, women should just be in a particular place, or they should be pushed to a particular sector, or maybe let them just be in the, official state of, okay, just work in banks, just work in those particular places. Tech is for men, computers is for men. That is the stereotype that has been out there. But we see that evolving. We see a few women coming out there doing a lot of great things in technology. As much as there are few, it is encouraging that, okay, if a woman can build a computer, what am I doing here? Not because every woman can, but some people have that passion. But because they've not really seen maybe one role model or two doing it, or one woman or two excelling in that field, they feel like, maybe this thing is not for me. And you see them diversifying to something else. So it is very important now for women to not only be encouraged to go into tech, but for them to push through because the world is evolving and they cannot be left behind. That's one. Then secondly, for them to stand as role models for other young girls who are coming out, who have this passion. Because some people are just naturally techie. They just love tech things, computers, phones. So when they grow up not really seeing women in that space, they're like, maybe it's not even a successful career. Meanwhile, men are excelling out there. So it is really very important for we women to be out there in these times. Yeah.
It's important for us to be out there.
Yeah.
But somebody will be wondering, when you say tech,
okay,
I can operate my phone.
Yeah.
Is that not enough? What extra do I need?
All right. Well, tech is super broad. Like, my goodness, I can't even begin to quantify. We have Elon Musk out there doing a lot of things, that is technology. We have Mark Zuckerberg doing a lot of things with his Facebook, Meta Universe, that is technology. We have people on social media, like being out there and doing digital marketing, that is technology. We have people coding, that is technology. Technology is super broad, like you cannot even quantify how broad it is. But why you cannot just hold your phone and say it is enough is because even your phone has a lot that you can do that most people don't know about. They just feel, okay, I can just make calls. Meanwhile, there are a lot of capabilities that your phone, simple things, just with a click, that your phone can help you to make your life easier and to make your work easier. For example, why you should even move further is, okay, let's take, for example, you are, you're a fashion designer. It's not just comfortable, or it's not wise for you to just have a shop and just be there and just hold your phone, and then on your WhatsApp you are posting food, you are posting selfies and all of that. Meanwhile, your phone, your WhatsApp status can be used to advertise your fashion business. Your WhatsApp status or even your Instagram can be used to advertise your WhatsApp, your fashion business. So you need to go a step further because the world has evolved. WhatsApp before just used to be for chatting with your friends and families. But if you're observant now, after the last update, you see channels, you will see adverts, you're like, what is going on? Community, what is this? Because the world now, even in social media, has been commercialized. Everybody wants to make money. So if you don't upgrade, you too, you will just be left there. And then you can't tell me you're just sitting at home, you don't have any skill or something that you're doing. As little as what it is that you're doing, you can put yourself out there for people to know. So you have to upgrade. You have to know, okay, what is social media? How can I use social media, for example, to make my business known? There's this popular saying that if your business is not on social media, it does not exist. Because some people now like, oh, I'm a fashion designer. Okay, what's your Instagram handle? They don't ask for your name. They don't ask for your business card. That is what. And if, first of all, if you don't have, they'll just say you're unserious. Secondly, if you have and maybe you're not active, they're not saying, they'll be like, this person is not good. Like, this person does not know what they are doing.
Because if you have something good, you should be able to display.
Yes. Meanwhile, you will find out there's some people that are up there with a lot of pictures, like even pictures that they snapped from their friends or they got from the internet. They have made their page so professional.
Yeah.
And then you see people chatting them up, oh, give me this design, blah, blah. Then you that you are great, because it's just you and your locality that knows you can sew. Okay, let's even say you are in one kind of place that, okay, your customer base, they can't really pay you beyond maybe 10K per a dress. Meanwhile, you have the internet open for you where somebody can even pay 200K for a dress. Though I know it comes in stages, but the point is you'll be shortchanging yourself.
There are possibilities.
Yes, there are a lot of possibilities, limitless possibilities out there. If you take advantage of, for example, social media, it doesn't come easy or quick. It's not magic, but if you are consistent, I'm telling you, it can be a game changer for you. So why you will not just relax and hold your phone and say, I don't need it, is, do you want to survive? Do you want to make money? Do you want to be known beyond your locality? Do you? If you do, fine. If you don't, then just relax and be taking selfies and eat your food.
Okay. So the question will now be, when should I begin?
All
See me like this, eh? One of our viewers is there saying, man,
Where
I'm
do
like
I start from?
60, I'm retired. So do I still need these tech skills? Or I'm just in secondary school.
Okay.
So of what use is it to me? I don't run a business.
Okay.
So when is it too early to start, or when is it too late?
Okay. So first of all, there's no too early or too late. We have like will I say an improvement now in the society where we see companies training kids from 7, 8, even girls. We have a lot of organizations, NGOs now that are training kids in tech. Yeah, right. So it's good to catch them young. But if perhaps you have gotten to that place where, oh my God, I'm 50, I'm 60, it is not too late. It just depends on what you want to do and what you want to achieve. I came into the tech space with barely 3 years ago in 2020. But with how I've been exposed, you would think I've been in the tech space for like 20 years. That's because when I came into the tech space, I was a novice. I was determined, like, let me even know what is going on. You know, I put in all the effort and all of that. I am still learning. I don't know everything, but with what I know so far, I can see the benefits. Like, it is obvious, it is glaring. So it is not.
Account number.
So it is not too late, it is not too early. It just depends on you. What do you want? Do you really want to do this? Then the second question of where do I begin? Basically, it depends on what you want to do, where you want to explore. Like I said, the tech space is wide. You have coding, you have programming, you have software engineering, you have software, like a lot of software development, website development, graphic design, a lot of technological courses and skills you can enhance and you can develop. So if, for example, one way, if, for example, you want to like develop a skill, you can go on the internet, do a research. Okay, what are the tech skills available? Okay, let me have like an overview of what is this thing about. So let me check, what is this thing about? If it's something that inspires or interests, that is for people that don't know where to start from. There are people that like naturally, they just have a flair for a particular area, perhaps maybe software, they just want to be developing software, some websites, some graphic design, they already have that natural flair. So they just go straight there and develop. But for somebody that is just open, like everything is just too much, I don't know where to start. So you can do a research, like just highlight all of those or some of the skills you can find. Get like few information about them. You see something that triggers your interest, something that makes you curious. Okay, let me even explore this and see. There are a lot of websites and schools, online schools out there that teach some tech courses for free. Coursera is there, Udemy. You could just go there and, you know, learn. There are some that are paid, but those that are free, you can just take advantage. Like, just give yourself some knowledge.
So you can
Then,
start from the free.
yes, start from the free. Then when you see something that maybe that you really like, you can now maybe pay and improve your knowledge. So that's one aspect. Then generally, for somebody, because you asked like, okay, I don't have a business, blah, blah, what can I do? Generally, you need to know at least one of the skills you should know or you should have is the whole social media, digital marketing thing. Because even though you say, I don't have a business, you must be doing something. Even though you're, for example, you're a school teacher, don't say it's not a business. You are teaching maybe kids of maybe 4 to 7 years. Maybe you walk to school one day and then there was a question you asked, and then this brilliant boy, there was a way you answered this question that inspired you, or you could put it out there on your page, like on your social media. There's this student of mine, you know, like just document your life that, okay, I'm a school teacher, I teach pupils, blah, blah, blah. And oh my God, today this boy really challenged me, you know. It's not a business, but you are also inspiring somebody out there.
True.
What if, okay, there are people that teach special kids,
Special needs,
you know,
yes.
special needs kids, and you're just there, you just feel it's irrelevant. It's not irrelevant. Somebody out there may have a sibling who is just maybe at home, like there's no hope. With your post, with something that you're posting and sharing how you're helping these special needs kids, that person can be encouraged that, if this person can do this, that means my brother, there's hope for my brother.
They could
There's
even
hope
reach
for
out
my
to you
sister.
to coach.
Exactly. They can reach out to you. So I don't think there's anybody that is just there not doing, and you must be doing something. It doesn't have to be a business, but whatever it is that you're doing, as long as it's something that's adding value to you, it's adding value to the society, you can document it. Documenting like doesn't mean, oh, you have to write out everything that is happening, but sometimes you just have like this special moments, you know, critical moments that are worthy of note. Don't just keep it to yourself. You know, you can just have a page, just share, oh, this was how my day went, this happened. Somebody can read it. You don't have
that's
to.
a tech skill.
Yes, like going on social media, like going on social media, knowing what to post. We call that, okay, content creation. If I want to use the technical term, content creation, like, oh, there's posts you should put out there, there's some you should not put out there. But generally, just knowing that, okay, there was something extravagant that happened today, or something extraordinary rather, let me share this. And then there's a way you put it out there in form of a story, and then somebody is inspired. You don't have to post every day, like, okay, I have a business, I must post every day. Just documenting your life, as long as you know it's helping people, it's adding value to people, just documenting it can inspire. So generally, just having that social media basically. Don't just use social media to snap pictures that, okay, I'm eating this food, come and join me, or memes. They are cool, but, you know, add value. Let somebody want to come to your page because they know they will see something that will encourage them. So I think that's it. Yeah.
Add value.
Yeah.
I think that's the bottom line.
Yes.
Of it.
Yes.
Add
Value.
So I think the lowest minimum
Yeah.
is social media.
Yes, that's like basic.
That's
at least.
You should be able to navigate social media.
Yes.
Create, I think that's called content
creation. Yes.
You should be able to create content. That's a tech skill.
That's it. That's a skill. And you know, when people see or hear content creation, they're just like, oh my God, it will take 1 year, 2 years, 5 years to learn it. I just explained it now. As long as it's going to add value. Yes, it's good to have memes and funny stuff, blah, blah. But let your page not just be about that. Who are you? Like, who are you? What do you do? Like, what are you doing on this earth? You are not just existing. Don't be that person that is just scrolling. There are two kinds of people on the internet. Those that consume content, those that produce content or create. Those that create content, those that consume. So are you the one that consumes that will just be scrolling, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours? After the 2 hours, let me shatter that table. You know, I know sometimes you just want to relax. Even I sometimes, like, scroll, but let your life not just be about that. Like,
your social media usage should be productive.
Should be productive. The way you're consuming other people's content, let somebody else.
What you have.
Yes, it does not have to be one rocket that you're building. Your daily life can inspire somebody, and you may feel, okay, maybe I don't have a job. There is something you are doing. Maybe you could just be writing a story. It's just something. Just think deep. There must be something you're doing. You can document that thing.
I am wondering, should it be structured? Like, I should sit down and think, how should I even start it? Let me ask, how should I start it? Somebody is listening. Okay, you said my social media usage should be productive. I shouldn't just consume content. I should be able to add value to other people. And the person is now asking, how should I start? Should it be structured? Am I supposed to go and buy a camera or buy a ring light? Or what am I supposed to where do I even start?
Okay, so basically, do you have a smartphone? You have a smartphone, right? Check. Do you have a social media account? Like, are you on Instagram or wherever, WhatsApp, right? Okay, so those are the two tools, first of all, you need, right? Let's not make it complicated. There are levels to this thing. So let's not start from the high level that then you now relax and say, oh my God, let me not even bother. Okay, you have your smartphone, you're on social media. The basic thing where you should start from is, what do I want to be known for? Like, what do I want people to know me for? What do I want to do? Like, I use the example of the teacher. Okay, I'm a teacher. Is that what I want to talk about? Because if you don't strategize to know what I want to put out there, then your page will just be, someone will just come to your page. What people do when they come to your page for the first time is, what does this person do? What is this person all about? You come to your page, you see this person is a fashion designer. Okay. This person is a techie person. Okay. This person is an artist. Okay. So in a few seconds, I should be able to guess what you do, right? Yeah. If I'm not writing in the bio, once I scroll maybe 2-3 seconds, because people are just fast like that, I should be able to know what you do. So ask yourself, what do I want to be known for? What do I want people to know me for? That's the first basic question. You don't have to figure it out in a day, but just like really sit down and think, okay, I'm not a teacher yet, but I want to be a teacher and I'm looking for a job. So what if I start writing about kids that maybe have special needs, or kids that are struggling in schools? What if I start writing about kids that are neglected because they're not first class students? Somebody said one thing that I know, like when they are graduating, it's always the best students that they give the speech, right? The best student, the valedictory speech is the best student. Why not ask the least student to say something? Do you think that person will not have an experience to share, or a piece of advice that will help you? You know, so what if you sit down and say, okay, I've not gotten a job yet, but I would like to do this. Okay, why not let me start talking about people that are neglected? Just something. If you're able to figure out what you want to do, that's like the first step. Then you will not start from there. Okay, yeah, like you said, research. If you don't have much knowledge on it or something, just research. And then just start. You know, if you keep waiting for perfection, you will not go anywhere. Just start with the first post. Usually the first post is like an introductory. Oh, my name is blah, blah. My name is Princess. I just created this account. If you want to be like real vulnerable, I just created this account. I don't know how to go, but I want to be talking about kids. Okay, I want to be talking about university students. I want to be talking about tech, blah, blah. Maybe nobody will like it. My sister just continue. The next day, you now say, okay, today I want to talk about, okay, I'm talking about tech now, right? That's what I'm settling on. Okay, today I want to talk about a camera. You know, you will just build from there. So the basis is, do you have a smartphone? Check. Are you on social media? Check. What do you want to be known for? What do you want to do, right? If it's something that's part of your lifestyle, it's easier. You don't need to like, but if it's something that, okay, maybe you need to do 1 or 2 research, don't complicate it so that you don't get discouraged, because that's one thing with humans. They tend to get discouraged that, I bet this thing is too hard, then they leave it. And then once you figure that thing and be consistent, don't wait for likes, don't wait for follows. You may not have, just continue. Consistency is what pays off.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Now, you know, there's the issue of likes you mentioned.
Everybody wants like.
You know, we should not look for likes.
Don't
We
look
should
for
not
likes.
look for
Goodness.
But, you know, sometimes we want to check if this our newfound tech skill
It's working.
is working. And I'm not seeing likes, I'm not seeing follows. And you're saying I should remain consistent. How do I pull myself together in the face of feeling that people don't like what I am posting and keep going?
All right. So first of all, the number of likes does not literally translate to the number of people that like what you're doing.
Okay.
Because you just mentioned it now, I want to reiterate it.
Okay.
Somebody can see what you're doing, they like it, but they don't click on like.
Okay.
Somebody can see something like, oh my God, this is so cool. They will save it. They will not comment. They will not tell you well done. They will not. They are just secret followers. So there are people like that. That's why you don't. And then there are a lot of factors, metrics, you know, the internet. That's why you see that some people, they even pay to have likes. You see some pages, they pay to have likes. Like, you just see 10,000 likes. Dude, they paid. Like, they did some underground stuff. That's why you can't rely on those things.
Okay.
Just tell yourself, okay, is what I'm doing valuable? Like, is it helping people? Social media is not all about you. Like, if it's about you, that's one mistake people make. They're just like, oh, I'm beautiful today. Oh my God, I went to this place. And maybe if you're a travel, like a travel, yes, thank you, travel blogger, there are people like that. Then you are showing people how you can make a living through traveling and how the journey has been for you. You know, there's a way you also put the post. But people want to come to your page and they get something that will add value to them. So if you know all of these things, whether people are liking or not, you move on, especially if your page is new. You don't depend on. There are some celebrities, you see their followers like maybe 1 million and whatever. But when you go to a post, you see just a few likes. It will not like, first of all, the likes is not giving you money. So what are you using it for? I know as humans, like that validation thing comes, but when you just tell your mind that, dude, this thing is not giving me money, it's not making me bigger, it's not making me finer, it's not like it's not adding anything to you. Yes, it's good when you see those things, like it encourages you, but it's fleeting. Sometimes you can post and then you see 1 million likes, you're like, oh my God. Then the next one, you're not even seeing likes. Will you now stop? You have to move on. So first of all, likes does not translate to the number of people that follow you, because you have a lot of silent followers. Some people will come to your DM and just speak to you that, I love what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. But they will never comment. Maybe it's after, there are some people like, maybe they just take a break, like exhausted or life. And then they find out that after 3-4 months, people are like chatting them up that I've not been seeing you, what's happening? And you're like, hey, so
something was happening.
So people care about me.
Yes.
So you just have to tell your mind, what do I really want to achieve? And you need to move. Don't depend on likes. Don't depend on those metrics,
Just
because they are
keep moving.
fleeting. Consistency is difficult, though. It's very difficult. But there are people that will tell you their testimonies. I don't know if you know of Gary V. He's an international, let's say, motivator and a businessman like that. He said he was producing content for over 5, 6, or maybe 10, like a couple of years without seeing results. People were not liking. Even me, I screamed, I say, hey, I'm consistent, but more that consistency. Like he said for years, but now you see him everywhere. Like he used to say it. He says, see, you have to be in the game for the long run, not for the short run. for the game, like in the long run, tell yourself in 5 years' time, it's not going to be easy, but you have to be consistent. But if you keep looking left and right at likes, you'll be discouraged. But if you know what you're doing,
clarity of vision,
right? What do you want to do? Is it for the short time or for the long time? Now you see them, Chris, do like a multi-millionaire and a business strategist, graphic design. He too, he's maybe over 50 now. He also said it that he started a few years ago, and those years were painful. But now everybody knows Chris do, oh, blah, blah. But like these people will tell you their stories. They didn't just appear. It's just that humans will want things quickly, and things will not be quick. So my sister, it's not Indomie. It's not Indomie.
So you see, to be a Texas, it's not Indomie.
It is not easy.
It's not quick fix.
At all.
It requires clarity of vision and consistency.
Yeah.
We'll go on a very short break. When we return, plenty more to talk about. Just stay with us.
Hello viewers, welcome to this week's episode on Health Watch on Advent Cable Network Nigeria. I am Angela Emeka Ebibu.
What we need as humans is to have a good spiritual life. It's more important than having an abundance of possessions without a healthy spirit.
We have issues that relate to sexual affairs. There is something called consent. If a person says no, that means she or he hasn't given their consent.
My mother delivered children on her own. A baby that is too big, how do you want it to come out without having issues?
Your faith does not negate you going for a medical check or engaging in a medical therapy. It doesn't.
The patient has his own rights, and this right has to do with the right patient, the right drug, the right dose, the right duration. You understand? Even the right time in how it is given.
Worthy by design.
Welcome back. We had been speaking with the amazing Princess de Texas. Hey! Are you considering that name?
No.
Okay, so we have been talking about the importance of women gaining tech skills and utilizing them. So now let's drill this conversation a little more. Now we have talked about utilizing social media. Content creation is a tech skill, digital marketing, tech skill, and there are many more that we could learn from, right? Okay, so the question would be, is having a tech skill enough?
Okay.
Someone will say, I have learned content creation, I have learned digital marketing, I have learned data, what's that thing called?
Analysis.
Data analysis and
coding, all of that.
Right. I am waiting to grab the next available job.
Okay.
But is that enough in the 21st century employment space? Is that enough?
Okay. All right. So I think I'll come in two angles. The first one is, if you want to go to the professional space, for example, okay, you're a banker, you're a fintech person, like you work in the financial industry and all of that, and okay, you want to acquire relevant skills to aid your job, then having those is important. Having those skills is important. It will give you an edge, you know, amongst your colleagues. There may be a task in front of you, and then you are able to manipulate one or two things, use one or two apps, softwares on the internet, and then you have your info, and then you're good to go. You know, you deliver on time. But then having those things is not sufficient in itself, because we know that success generally, in terms of both the business space, the professional space, does not entirely depend on having skills. You know, there are a lot of factors involved. For example, do you have like other professional skills? Do you have interpersonal skills? Like, okay, how do you relate with your colleagues? How do you relate with your boss in terms of relationship? How do you relate with clients? You have a lot of clients with a lot of needs, a lot of personalities. Some will even insult you, and then
How do you manage
right,
it?
how do you manage it? Emotional intelligence, okay, patience, like, you know, some of those personal things, honesty.
Or I can work under pressure.
I can work on that. When they not bring the pressure now, you say, YOLO, we only live once because I cannot come and kill myself.
Yeah.
Right? So having those skills is great, is awesome, but it's not enough to like give you the success that you require. You need other skills that you can grasp. Especially, okay, let me not say especially, there are other skills, but let's say, okay, starting from relationally, like how do you relate even with your boss? Your boss is tough. Does not mean he's wicked. Some people are just strict. So having that emotional intelligence to know that, okay, if he scolds you, it's not because he's angry at you, it's not because he hates you, he just wants something done. So understanding your boss that, okay, maybe in the morning, he's not really a morning person. So I think it's usually best to meet him in the afternoon and evening. When you know that kind of person, and especially when you have a challenge, for example, you don't go meeting him in the morning. So these are skills that you can acquire that will help you in your own, like, you know, workspace and all of that. That's just one example. Then relating with your colleagues, relating with your clients, having like other skills, organization skills, for example. You're given 5 tasks. Where do you know, how do you know which one to start? You know, you have tasks for the day. Which one do you begin with? All of those things will help. Then the second angle is having the skills to use as your livelihood. Like, okay, I want to be a graphic designer, for example. That's what I want to do. I'm not going to the professional space. I want to be a freelancer and all of that. It's not about having 100, because some people feel the more skills you have, the better your chances are. It's not really about that. You can have, in fact, the best way, there's this saying, when you are good at one thing, that is like your best chance. Be good at one thing. Be good at one thing. What are you known for?
It,
Yes.
yeah.
What are you known for? Mark Zuckerberg, everybody knows him, that he's the tech guru and all of that. He's not a medical lab scientist. Because we feel like, okay, be a graphic designer, be a software engineer, be a website. Oh, they are doing this one, let me go and acquire that skill. So what do you do? Oh, my name is this thing, I have blah, blah. Then you are listing skills. It's good to have all of those skills, but it is wise and best to be known for one thing. You can have like other skills, because maybe how you started, these were opportunities that were coming up and then, but be known for one thing. Like I'm known now for copywriting, but I have a lot of other skills out there: content management, content creation, digital marketing, all of that. But I don't come saying I'm a blah, blah, blah. I say I'm a copywriter or I'm a screenwriter. Okay, so that is one thing I want to clarify. Then being successful at that thing is another thing. Having the skill is one thing. There's, okay, let me put it this way. There is the skill, and there's the business of the skill.
Oh,
that is where people are missing it.
Okay.
If I am a copywriter, there is copywriting as a skill. There is the business of copywriting. The business of a skill is how do you use it to make money? Some people just acquire 5, 10 skills, and then they are just acquiring, but they don't know how to make money in that skill. The world is designed in a way that there's a way a particular skill should be done, handled, for it to be productive. Just like when you go to mine gold, blah, blah, there are processes involved. So that skill you're acquiring, don't just go and acquire that skill. Find out, how do I make money from this skill? What do I do? What is the business of this skill? That is where a lot of people are missing it. You find that some people are so talented, like in stuff, like maybe they design, they do website design, or they do graphic design, and they've been in it for 5 years, 6 years. And I wonder, why are you not making money? Because they've not realized or discovered the business of graphic design. Okay, let me give a practical example. For example, I'm on social media. I'm a graphic designer. I don't just, some people post, oh, I'm a graphic designer, they post on social media, they post on their WhatsApp status, and they leave it there. But somebody that knows the business, first of all, we know the kind of clients. Okay, let me just say, there's a lot to say, but we know the kind of clients they want. I'm a graphic designer. Graphic design is super broad. You have logo, you have designing flyers, you have designing like a lot of things that are more complicated. You have business cards and all of that. Roll-up banners. I can say, okay, I want to specialize in logo. Okay, not really logo per se, okay, logo, but I want to specialize in logo. Then who are my clients? Who do I want to do this logo for? Is it the whole world that is in business? Is it the whole Nigeria? okay, who do I want to be designing for? That is the first question you should ask yourself, because you can't be designing for everybody. But the mistake people make is they have a skill and they think the skill is for everybody. The skill is not for everybody. So you have to see that, okay, who do I want to design for? There are startup businesses. There are businesses that have been in the game for some time. There are businesses that have been fully established. There are big global businesses. These are 4 categories of businesses. So what if I say, okay, I want to specialize in startups because, okay, they're just starting up, people don't know them. Okay, when I design logo for them, to give them brand identity, to make them to be known, blah, blah, blah. That can be your own angle. And then there are a lot of other skills that you also need to, like, develop and acquire to be successful. Then let's say you want to go to somebody that already has a logo. What do you tell the person now? For the person to leave the logo now that they already have and follow you. That is also another niche. Like, that's another business. Then you have global brands. What if they are your target? It does not mean you don't know what you're doing. You have a focus. So what I mean is, that is an aspect of the business of your skill. Everybody is not your client, but people think everybody is your client. Oh, I do graphic design. Oh yeah, come and patronize. Everybody is not your client. So if you're able to see that, come and buy my market. Or you're selling okrika now. Is it the whole world they are selling to? Or is it for kids? Or is it for men? Is it for women? Is it like, okay, you're selling perfumes. Do you know there are different grades of perfumes? Okay, are you selling to bankers? There's a way they should smell. Okay, strong, okay, and then it should be like something that lasts long, because they're not going to have time to be refreshing, right? So, okay, what if I focus on bankers? So I'm not going to be selling to my friends because it's going to be expensive. But here you are selling to your friends. They will collect, they will not pay you, and then maybe you advertise for 5 months, nobody is buying. Then you say, hey, nobody is buying. Meanwhile, you don't know who you are supposed to target for that particular perfume. Yes, that particular perfume you are selling is for a set of people. Or you are selling suits, for example. Do you know that suits, okay, for men of God, there are suits for, let's even focus on bank. Do you know bankers, they are in grades? Customer care, the teller, the bank manager, the CEO, the branch manager. These are all bankers, but they're in different grades. What if the suit I'm selling is for the branch manager? There's the customer care to come and buy how much is their salary, or the marketer. So if you are able, that is just one aspect of the business. If people are able to like really identify who they are selling their stuff for, it's going to help them a lot, even in what they say. That is where copywriting comes. Like, I'll ask you a question, okay, who are you selling for, blah, blah. I will now know how to appeal to that person. The way I'll talk to you as a mom is not the same way I'll talk to a 16-year-old girl that is in the university that knows what is going through her mind, right? So I know what to say, and I know how to say it in a way that will not make you to buy from me. I may be selling one product, but the way I'll talk to you will be different from how I'll talk to that 16-year-old, and both of you will buy. So that is the business. But people don't know. They just have a skill. They're selling to everybody. 5 months, 6 months, nobody's buying. And they're like, what's happening? They've not understood. So it's not about gathering skills. It's about knowing the skill well. Because that's another thing, no. Mastering that skill. Let people say, if it's this one, call that person. The person may be expensive, but call that person. One, then knowing the business of that skill. That is what will make you succeed in this techie world.
Sisters, this is a master class.
Like, seriously.
You need to pay me to pay her. Oh, amazing. I have learned, trust me, I have learned so much from this conversation already. Now, do you agree that women may have an edge in the tech space, given their soft skills, They say time management, because she runs a home. Yeah. You're a somebody's daughter, somebody's wife, or somebody's mother.
Right.
So you're able to,
navigate those things properly.
Do you get communication and all of that? Do you really think we have an edge when it comes to that?
Well, I would say yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, because we already have some gifts. Like, naturally, women, we already have some, I'll call them gifts sometimes. Like, is it really a gift? Like, oh God, it's a burden. Like, mostly we are naturally patient, we are meticulous, we see things in different angles, and there are some kind of innate abilities that we women have. So there are some areas that we could thrive better, right? Like there's this woman, the first programmer in this whole life, Ada Lovelace. Okay, there's this, everybody knows Charles Babbage as the founder of computer in the 40s, blah, blah, blah. But there was a woman that wrote the code for that computer to be able to come to limelight. She was just a 17 or 18-year-old. She was being self-taught at home, mathematics and all of that, because the father abandoned her, and it's just a story. So she was introduced to that Charles Babbage, who was already like having a prototype for this computer to come out, but they had not, it was just a prototype, they were still testing here and there. So there was this French mathematician that wrote an article on that whole computer thingy that was still being established. So when Ada Lovelace came, an English woman, just 16 or 17, 18-year-old. So when she came, she was like, okay, she translated that article. And I could imagine she translated it. She didn't just translate from French to English. She added notes. You know how maybe you're reading the Bible and then you're having inspiration, Rema, and then you now start jotting stuff. So that's what happened to her. She was supposed to like just translate from French to English, but she found herself having like side notes, having like extra stuff. And the more she wrote, the article now became something else. And before you know, she had this discovery that, well, computers are not really difficult, because then they're not yet like fully established computers. She was like, wait, having computers run is not a difficult thing. It's just for you to write out simple logical instructions, and then they're able to establish complex things. Like, she just made some of those observations, and they're like, And that was how Charles Babbage was able to establish the first digital computer, using her notes. That's why a programmer is somebody that writes codes and stuff for a computer to function right. And that was what happened. And that's why they call her the first programmer. She wrote those things, and then they were able to use part of her notes to like establish. So the point I'm making is sometimes we have that, yes, some people are naturally talented, but sometimes we have that gift inside of us to see things in different perspectives. Like, okay, what if we try it this way? What if we try it that way? Okay, let's even give this some time and see if maybe something else will come out and all of that. So we have that edge to like excel in some spaces. Then I would say no, because I think it just depends on you. Like, it just depends on the individual. Some women are in the tech spaces. Okay, I don't know of those that are not successful, but you can be in the tech space and not thrive because you are not patient, or you don't have the required skills, or you are not even good in the skills. So you will not say, well, because I'm a woman, then I'm going to succeed. No. If you don't have the required skills, if you are not even good in the skill, if you don't know the business of the skill, if you don't have the required interpersonal and other professional skills, then you will not succeed. Being a woman is not going to exempt you from that. All right. So my answer is yes and no.
Okay. So what you're saying is, if you have all of the skills,
yes,
and your tech skill is also top-notch,
yes,
the sky is the starting point.
Yes. We have a lot of females out there doing extraordinary things in the tech world. When you go to LinkedIn now, you see some of them, a lot of NGOs, and they are grooming girls like from young age, like they are doing a lot of things. Yeah.
So that means mothers out there, mothers, sisters, everybody, all hands should be on deck. We should look out for opportunities for our young girls,
yes,
from as early as possible, because I know they have, from maybe like 3-4 years to different age ranges, for them to take advantage of all these tech opportunities. It's better to start early.
Yes. And what you said about women stepping out there, when you see like let's say a gap, you can feel it in. I don't know if you've heard of Miss Techie. There's this lady on social media, her name is Toby Ajani or something, that's her real name, but on the internet, she's known as Miss Techie. She started, she grew up loving tech, just like you mentioned. There's some girls that they're just naturally gifted. So she grew up loving tech. All her friends used to come to her for their phones and all of that. And then while she was an undergraduate, she started a blog, a tech blog, where she was simplifying tech. when people just hear of tech, everything is just difficult and complicated. But this was a woman that was simplifying, like, okay, this is how to use this camera. This is how to use this. Oh, this software just came out. Facebook, oh, just how to create account. This is what you do. She was simplifying a lot of things in a creative and a lively way. Because when you just hear tech, everything just sounds complicated.
Sounds strong.
Like, you go to a website, you just be seeing jargons, a programmer, language, you're like, Chineke, you just off your phone, like, you know. But she was simplifying a lot of things. And then she now said that there was a time she had an opportunity to run an advert for Techno or something. And then she was contacting influencers and people. And then she found out that she didn't really see women in that space, like really reviewing. They contacted her that she should review their product. And she was not really seeing women like doing videos. And she was like, And then she said, okay, let me be that woman now. That was what happened. She now, instead of like just doing the blog thing, writing, she said, let me even come out there. So she started doing videos on YouTube. From YouTube, she moved to Instagram and started doing short videos. So when you go to her page, you see her, there's no app, there's no software that she has not like really shown you how to use. In just few steps, you say, hey, there's this new feature that came out on Instagram. Do you know? Okay, go here, within seconds. So when you find out that, okay, I want to be this, and then you're not really seeing role models, or you have not seen somebody, instead of just relaxing that, my sister, be that person. Especially if you have that flair already, you know, whatever it takes, just be that person. Instead of complaining, hey, there are no women in this. How come in this software, there's no software? Be that person.
That is the conclusion of the whole matter.
That's the conclusion.
Be that person.
Yeah.
Be that girl, be that lady, be that woman who finds a problem, solves the problem, and helps others climb the ladder of success.
Exactly.
Now, the unique perspective of women is sought after in the tech space because we are believed to bring fresher perspective to the table, because we think creatively, we are resourceful, we are logical, and in addition to this, we have strength.
Yeah.
And our power of collaboration is second to none. So what are you waiting for? Pick up that skill. Learn it, strive and thrive till your good is better and your better best. Here's a reminder that you are worthy by design. So next time you want to overlook that new learning opportunity, keep this in mind. Remember I told you. A big thank you to our amazing guest, Princess. The Texas.
Which are easy and this Texas.
Texas. We appreciate your time. Don't
Thank
forget
you
to
so
follow
much.
us on Facebook at Worthy by Design. Till we come your way again next week, same time, same station. I remain Iberi Chims. You just add to my name, the Texas.
Texas.
See you next time.
Bye.